Hey guys, how's everybody doing? I thought I would get in on the community question there from Chris about how I get into modeling. I did a video a couple of years ago about this, but you know, there have been so many new subscribers and everything, so I thought I would do it again as some of the other guys are doing. But before I start that, I got an email from Butch over at BK this morning. This is his brother, Keith. This is the name of the brother that Butch was, Keith Kolb. I'm taking it that that's what the K in BK stands for. So that's Butch's brother's name. So, yeah. But anyway, um, how I got into modeling. Let's see. I got into it about 54 years ago, believe it or not. I was 8 years old. My dad built his, and he had three brothers, and two of them built. I don't know about my uncle Paul, but I know that my uncle Donnie and my uncle Dick, they built truck models because they were all truck drivers. My dad and all his brothers were all truck drivers, every single one of them. They had owned their father owned a trucking company back in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. Finally, to be honest, in 1960, I want to say early 1960, my dad's father died from cancer, and they had to sell the business to pay the hospital bills. But they did trucking all their lives, and they were great. And I'm telling you, they built some nice friggin' truck models. And after seeing them, I tell my dad, I want to start building, So actually, I got to build my very first build last year. Mrs. Mack bought it for me. It was the original Aurora Frankenstein. That was my very first model kit, and I built all the Aurora figures: the Phantom of the Opera, the Werewolf, Superman, Spider Man, Batman. Just I can't even remember how many. And then I got into cars, moved up into cars, built cars for a while. I remember my first car. I remember building my first car that my dad bought for me, and I didn't build the engine. I glued the hood on. And he's like, "Where's the engine?" And I go, well, you're not gonna see it. Like, the hood's glued on. He's like, "Well, did it come with an engine?" I'm like, "Well, yeah." And he's like, "Well," and I could just tell that it was like, "You got the kit. You need to build the whole kit." So I started doing that, and I built cars for a few years. And then I get into vans, and I get into trucks, and I get into ships and planes and tanks. And every time that I would get into a different genre, I would build it literally for 2 or 3 years. Uh, Built vans. In my senior year in high school, I had a back operation. I had a cyst on my back that I had to have taken off and operated. Well, whatever. So I was literally laid up for the whole summer of 1977. I was literally laying in bed. I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't move. I couldn't do nothing. So I was building vans. My mom and dad were buying me model kits just to keep me busy. And yeah, I must have built as many van kits as there were in 1977. I built every single one. I built trucks back when I was a teenager, 12, 13, 14. I did nothing but build trucks. I must have had 25, 30 truck models. Again, built the Constitution when I was a teenager, with, rigging it and all that. But not knowing all the stuff that I know now and what I have learned through YouTube and watching you guys, it's made a huge difference in my modeling capabilities. Just within the last few years, I can tell how much better I have gotten. But again, that to me, that's all because of you guys. That's just from watching and learning and applying what I've watched and learned to my building. It's to you, boys. So that's how I got into it. Like I said, I built ships. I did nothing but build ships for like 3 years. I got, I don't know, like 39 or 40 ship models. I just thought it was important not to get stuck in one. And I don't mean nothing against anybody that just builds one genre. If you're just in the tanks, or if you're just in the cars, or if you're just in the planes, that's cool, As long as you build, that's all I care about. It's just about keeping the hobby going. But I like to build everything, and the more obscure, the more I like it. That's why that cockpit build that me and Russ did, yeah, that was real cool because that's not something you see every day, and it was good to challenge myself, you know what I mean? But that's how I get into modeling. 8 years old. It'll be 54 years. I'm going to be 62 November 22nd of this year. So it will be officially 54 years of modeling. And I've learned more in the last 4 years. Let me see. I got on the YouTube. I got on the YouTube in 2016. It says 2012, but I might have commented on a video way back then or something. I don't know. But I didn't officially start posting videos until July or August of 2016. And I can credit three guys with that. Gary Brinker, who is no longer around. QDC, his name is David, he's still around. And Frankie Day. Those were the guys that prompted me to post one of my models because I just never knew about it. And then I started meeting guys, and Kenny May over at Moonscape Moonwalker Models with one of my first subs, Rick Zink, and then old Tom, and then it just started going. And of course, Jeff. But it's been it's been awesome. You know what I mean? Because you just make a lot of friends, and that's what's important. That's what's more important to me than anything is the friends. Um, but yeah, it's I'll always like this hobby. To me, it's an art. It's art. You can call it a hobby, but it's a form of art. You're expressing yourself, and that can be done in several ways: painting, sculpture, music, dance. There's a myriad of ways that can be done, and as far as I'm concerned, this is one. So when people say, you tell people that you build models, and they say, "Oh, you play with toys," I want to punch them square in the face. All right, you do what I can do, okay? You take this box of plastic and you make it look like what I can look like. Or even, not even me, but some of you guys who are just way above me. Seamus or Tom, Rick, you know what I mean? Just guys that are way above that. So, but yeah, that's how I get into it. I hope when I die at the bench. What a way to go, right? As long as when I go, my last gesture is like this. I hope that's my last gesture. I'm gonna die like that. All right, boys. This is my story. Sad but true. We got a few things almost done here. We got our motor for for the Keith tribute build for the 41 Willies, and we got another tank done for the tune build. I just gotta deco it. So there it is, boys. Oh, excuse me. Oh, another 10 minutes off Jeff's wife. I love it. See how quick that goes from that to peace? Peace out, boys.